Hey, Ron, throw yourself on mute.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. How are you, Gabby?
Hello. Yeah. Good, and you?
Sure, you got your
Hey,
I do.
You notice that.
real sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa.
Yeah. well,
Good morning.
I mean,
My name is Chris Caius. I'm president of the Kane County Forest Preserve, and I'd like to call this meeting of the Forest Preserve to order on Tuesday, January 10th, 2023 at 9 a.m. And I would like to maybe start with the Pledge of Allegiance, and that would, Ms. Bill, would you start us on that one?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Then can we have roll call, please?
Allen. Bates,
Bates here.
Herman,
Herman's here.
Doherty,
Here.
Evest,
Davis here.
Ford,
Board present.
Scum's here.
Iqbal,
Iqbal present.
Juby,
Here.
Kenyon,
Get in here.
Caius,
Guys present.
Leonard,
Leonard present.
Lewis,
Who's here?
Linder,
Linder here.
Molina,
Molina present.
Roth,
Roth here.
Sanchez,
Sanchez present.
Silva,
Silva is here.
Strathman here, Sturgis,
Burgess present.
Tarver,
Tarver here.
Tepe,
Deppie here.
Williams,
Williams present.
Young.
Young here.
You have a quorum?
Great, we have a quorum. Thank you for being with us this morning. Item 4, public comment. Are there any public comments from those in person, on the phone, or in writing? None, seeing none. I see we got a judge back there. Anything for us, Judge Cruz, this morning? Balance it out. Welcome.
Notice he is on the website.
Right, hearing none, seeing none, moving right along. May I have a motion and a second to approve the minutes from December 13th, 2022 meeting, moved by
Roth approves minutes.
Roth, second by
Berman.
Herman. Are there any corrections? Comments? Roll call, please.
Allen. Bates,
Bates, yes.
Berman,
Berman, yeah.
Doherty,
Yes.
Davis,
Davis, yes.
Ford,
Board, yes.
Scum's yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal here.
Juby,
Juby, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Linder, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Silva,
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Sturgis,
Burgess, yes.
Carver,
Carver, yes.
Tepe,
Tempe, yes.
Williams,
Williams, yes.
Young,
Young, yes.
Okay, motion passes. Minutes are approved. May I have a motion and a second to approve the bills and commissioners per diem for December 2022? Moved by,
Roth.
Come.
second by
Roth.
Rod. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Allen, Bates.
aye.
Thank you. Bates,
Bates, yes.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Doherty,
Doherty, yes.
Davis,
Davis, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Combs,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Juby,
yes.
Kenyon,
Kenyon, yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Linder, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Silva,
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Sturgis,
Sturgis, yes.
Tarver,
Tarver, yes.
Tepe,
Tempe, yes.
Williams,
Williams, yes.
Young,
Young, yes.
approved.
Motion passes. They are approved. May I have a motion and a second for the resolution approving an intergovernmental agreement with the Village of Sugar Grove Township and the Sugar Grove Park District for the Blackberry Creek Bridge project at Bliss Woods Forest Preserve.
Leonard moves.
Moved by Leonard,
Linder, second.
second by Berman. And I have Mr. Habather, our Executive Director. Oh, I have Jennifer Brooks Lopez, excuse me.
Nope, that's okay.
Planning.
Good morning, everyone. In 2017, the Village of Sugar Grove approached the Forest Preserve about constructing a bridge that would cross Blackberry Creek over in the Bliss Woods Forest Preserve. At our executive committee meeting, we didn't have this lovely aerial up here, but if that might help us get a little bit more of our bearings of what we're talking about at this point. But this project would split the cost of this bridge construction 4 ways. So you'd be looking at splitting it between the Sugar Grove Township, Sugar Grove Park District, the Village of Sugar Grove, and the Forest Preserve. So in 2017, when we entered into that agreement with the Village of Sugar Grove, we went into engineering and design work for it. Based on the engineering cost estimate, the project has come in at about $1 million. However, the Village of Sugar Grove did apply for an IDOT grant, which would cover $800,000 of that, leaving the estimated cost of construction to be about $200,000. That cost of construction would be split 4 ways between the 4 different entities. And what we're looking for here today is approval of the IGA, the agreement for the construction and for the permanent easement for the construction of that bridge. The total cost to the Forest Preserve would be $50,000. It is currently not in this year's budget. We would need to allocate that in the 2023-2024 budget for next year. And also as a side note to this, the Park District of Sugar Grove will be maintaining the bridge continually. So this is not something that's going to come back to the Forest Preserve to maintain this bridge. The Park District of Sugar Grove will be maintaining that bridge at a permanent easement. So that's included in this IGA. And the reason they're doing that is because the park that is located on that south end is a Sugar Grove Park District park connecting one of the subdivisions in the town of Sugar Grove. And most of the trail will actually run through their property. So they're just going to continue the maintenance of the trail and the bridge.
Okay, great. Any questions? For
Mr.
Jen.
President,
Yes, Madam Bates.
I would like to thank you, one and all, for this very nice picture. I know I had a problem with the picture at the last. This is very clear. I can see the bridge and I can see the creek. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Graphics are great. Good picture. Great. Thank you. Any other questions? Comments? Hearing none. A roll call, please.
Allen,
Aye.
Bates,
Yes, this looks great. Thanks.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Doherty,
Doherty, yes.
Davis,
Davis, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Juby,
Juby, I.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Linder, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Roth, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Silva,
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Yes.
Sturgis,
Sturgis, yes.
Tarver,
Tarver, yes.
Tepe,
Deppie, yes.
Williams,
Williams, yes.
Young,
Young, yes.
approved.
Motion passes. May I have a motion and a second for the resolution approving a settlement with Wadsworth Golf Construction for cost associated with repairs of 2 groundwater monitoring wells as part of the Settlers Hill Golf Course Improvement Project. Moved by
Roth. Motion.
Roth, second by
Strathman.
Strathman. And this one I have been.
Yes, so as a reminder, back in 2021, during the remodel of Settlers Hill Golf Course, we had Wadsworth Golf out there. 2 monitoring wells were damaged during that, or they weren't monitoring wells, but gas wells were damaged during that construction project. It was the district's contention that Wadsworth was at fault there. The total cost of the damage was just over $62,000. Last month, this commission approved us making Waste Management whole for these damages. We've initially had not paid out the rest of that $62,000 contract to Wadsworth. They did not think they were at fault. They had their own insurer come out and generate a report, which was inconclusive as to who caused the damage at the site. So it was the commission's guidance that we reach a settlement on that. With former Executive Director Myers, I met with Wadsworth Golf late in December with essentially a 50-50 split on the damages. So what they are paying is $30,000 for those damages. And then we will release the rest of the funds of their contract. Also to note, during this project, Wadsworth Golf's Charities Foundation gave us a $250,000 grant. We had not received the second $125,000 check during these negotiations. We have received that now. We have that $30,000 check, the $125,000 check, and they've requested that we sign a release for the property damage. And that's the staff recommendation at this time.
Okay, any questions for Mr. Habither? Okay, roll call, please.
Allen, Allen, Bates,
Bates, yes.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Doherty,
Yes.
Davist,
Davis, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Juby,
Juby, I.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Linder, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Silva,
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Sturgis,
Sturgis, yes.
Tarver,
Tarver, yes.
Tepe,
Deppie, yes.
Williams,
Williams, no.
Young,
Young, yes.
Motion
Allen Miller,
passes.
Allen, yes.
I got it. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Allen.
Thank you.
Okay. Motion passes. It's in proposals. May I have a motion and a second for the resolution approving a bid for wetland restoration and enhancement at Burlington Prairie Forest Preserve? Moved by,
Kenyon would move.
I know. I think I appreciate it.
second by Sanchez. And Pat Chess I have here.
Yeah, so what we have here is a bid for construction of a wetland restoration project. This is out at Burlington Prairie Forest Preserve. It's one of our larger preserves at just under 1,000 acres. It does contain a small Illinois State Nature Preserve. There's some remnant wet prairie and sedge meadow and a number of high quality rare and listed species that live in there. Remainder of the preserve was largely agriculture in its history. Staff has been hard at work restoring areas of that preserve. We've been planting a lot of prairie out there. One of the hurdles that we have in doing those restorations is restoring the original hydrology. Most of that site was covered in drain tile, right? A lot of the wetlands have been drained. So what we're looking to do here is address the drain tile issues in one of those isolated wetlands. This is a small prairie pothole located on the north side of the preserve. We partnered with U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service through their Partners for Fish and Wildlife program. We had some U.S. Fish and Wildlife staff come out, meet us on site. They had funds through a NACA grant in conjunction with Ducks Unlimited. So U.S. Fish and Wildlife staff have done the engineering on this project through that grant money. They've also purchased a water control structure that would be installed here. And then what we've gone out to bid for now is the installation of that water control structure, as well as some drain tile work, breaking some of the tiles around that wetland that will allow us to create an additional 8 acres of surface water, which should really improve the habitat there. This did go out to 28 vendors. We did have one bid come back in. That was from Huddleston McBride. They do a lot of the drain tile work all throughout the county. So we're very familiar with their work. We're comfortable with working with them. Their bid was in the amount of $32,690. Funds budgeting $35,000 were allocated in the budget for this fiscal year. So we do have sufficient funds available to go forward with this project. So we are recommending going forward with approval of the bid from Huddleston McBride.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Chess? Pretty straightforward. Okay, roll call, please.
Allen,
Allen, I.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Doherty,
Doherty, yes.
Gavist,
Davis, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Juby,
Juby, I.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Guys, yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Linder, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Roth,
Yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Silva,
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Yes.
Sturgis,
Sturgis, yes.
Tarver,
Tarver, yes.
Tepe,
Tepe, yes.
Williams,
Williams abstain.
Young.
Yes.
Okay, it's approved.
Okay, may I have the motion passes. May I have a motion and a second for the resolution approving a contract with V3 Companies LTD for professional services to develop engineering plans for the John Dewar Forest Preserve improvements. Moved by Kenyon,
Strathman, second.
Strathman seconds. And then we have Jen Rooks Lopez again. It's all yours.
Good morning again. So what we have in front of us today is the John Dewar Forest Preserve. We're seeking contract approval with V3 Companies for engineering, permitting, and construction services for this particular project. For those of you who aren't familiar with John Dewar Forest Preserve, this is one of our more popular ones. It's located in between St. Charles and South Elgin, right along the Fox River. It has the trolley park part of it. The facilities over the years are starting to show their age based on the age of the properties and actually the popularity of it. So in anticipation of that, in 2021, the Park District or the Forest Preserve applied for an OSLAD grant, which is an open space land acquisition and development grant. We were awarded that in June of this year for $400,000 to help cover the cost of the improvements at the at John Dewar. Lost my voice there for a second. Improvements that are planned to go on will include the reconstruction of the parking lot, realigning some issues with the Riverbend Bike Trail, which is right there down along the river's edge, the removal and replacement of the boat launch. So we're going to be replacing the existing boat launch out there with an ADA compliant boat launch that will actually accommodate small motorized vehicles in addition to just canoes and kayaks. And then the restoration of the prairie. You can kind of see that on the top end of those photos. We'll be restoring the prairie as part of this project as well. To select an engineering firm for this, we went through an RFQ process, which is a request for qualifications. We had 4 firms submit. Based on their qualifications, we chose V3 and at that point entered into contract negotiations with them. At that point, the fee came in at $105,995. We are asking for a contingency, excuse me again, of $10,900, which would set us up for a total cost for engineering services at $116,895. This project was included in the 2022-2023 capital budget with an estimate of $1.3 million. Of that, $120,000 was set aside for engineering with a construction estimate of $1,180,000. So at our $116,895 worst case scenario, we are still underneath our original engineering budget for this project.
Okay, any questions for Jen?
One question.
Oh, Mr. Davis?
Did
Go
the
ahead.
rowing club express an interest in coming back, as we were doing improvements to the launch and everything? We used to have the St. Charles Rowing Club, and I think now they're Elgin, but it had been a really successful program. And I just wondered if we'd heard any more from them in any.
I have not, no.
Okay.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Allen,
Allen, I.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Herman,
Herman, yes.
Doherty,
Doherty, yes.
Gavest,
Yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Juby,
Juby, I.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Linder, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Silva,
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Sturgis,
Sturgis, yes.
Tarver,
Tarver, yes.
Tepe,
Deppie, yes.
Williams,
Williams, yes.
Young.
Yes.
It's approved.
Motion passes. May I have a motion and a second for the resolution approving the purchase of a parcel approximately 52.15 acres adjacent to Stony Creek Forest Preserve in Plato Township? Moved by,
Sanchez.
Move it.
second by Sanchez. And that would be Mr. Habather again.
Right, so this is what we've been referring to as the Neville parcel. We've been dealing with the Neville family on these three parcels. You can see in the western parcel is the bulk of the Oak Hickory woodlands that are still out there. That woods was historically connected to our Stony Creek Forest Preserve, which was the Edwards donation. So very nice quality in there, as well as some remnant understory along the Stony Creek proper that goes through the site. There's a hayfield on the far east, which would be remain in ag for a little while longer. And then you can see the entry parcel, the so-called flag parcel. There are two outbuildings on there. One is a traditional kind of garage, and the one to the east, which is a little hard to see in that image, but that's a heated and cooled insulated pole barn that has been converted into a dairy farm or dairy museum. Bottles and dairy paraphernalia of all kinds are in there. And then there's also a residence on the site. But Monica was the primary on the negotiations here. And just a few weeks ago, they reached consensus on a price of $1.1 million for the entire property at just over 52 acres. That works out to $22,000 an acre. And we are recommending that we purchase these parcels.
Okay, any questions for Mr. Habather? Mr. Davis?
Ben, the contents of the museum, I understand, are going to go to auction. Are we going to allow them to stay there and run the auction from the building? And
Right. Either option is viable. It's for the contents of the families per the negotiation. So we're still discussing how they'd like to.
we're not sharing in any of the proceeds from the auction, are we?
No, we didn't set that up.
Mr. President,
Madam Bates?
is that a typical per acre price then? 22,000?
It's within the range. As a reminder, the Dow parcel that we resolved on down at CV Road was 20,000 an acre. We've gone anywhere from 11.5 an acre to I think the top was 24,000 an acre for this referendum. So it's within the
Okay.
range. But
Okay, thanks.
It's an exquisite property and it's receiving a lot of pressure right now from developers, as you can see from the north, the top of that picture and the bottom as well. So it also lets us use Stony Creek, which we have already acquired, which is on the left side of that.
Good.
So
Thank you, Ben.
a lot of good stuff. Any other questions? Comments? Roll call, please.
Allen,
Allen, I.
Bates, aye.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Doherty,
Doherty, yes.
Gavest,
Davis, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Juby,
Juby, I.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Linder, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Silva,
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Sturgis,
Sturgis, yes.
Tarver,
Tarver, yes.
Pepe,
Deppie, yes.
Williams,
Williams, yes.
Young,
Young, yes.
approved.
Motion passes. May I have a motion in new business? May I have a motion and a second for the resolution approving the 2023 organization, officers, and committee roster appointments? Moved by
Berman.
Berman, second by
Sanchez.
Sanchez. Any discussion?
What is it, man? We haven't heard. I don't know what that is.
The officers and appointments to committees?
I don't know anything about
Look at
it.
it there.
It's in the agenda packet.
It's in the agenda,
There.
Page 80.
81, 80.
80.
Okay, whatever it is.
You want a motion?
Roll call, we got it,
Sorry.
right? Roll call in a sec, or yeah, roll call's next, please.
Allen,
Allen, I.
Bates,
Bates, aye.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Doherty,
Doherty, yes.
Gavest,
Davis, no, my name doesn't seem to appear in any assignment on there, so
Ford,
can't agree to that.
Ford, yes, and I'd be more than glad to switch with Davis on anything that he might want to join in on between the two that I'm on.
Thank you, Mr. Ford.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, no.
Juby,
Juby, I.
Kenyon,
Kenyon, no.
Caius,
Yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Linder,
Linder, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Silva, Silva, Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Sturgis,
Sturgis, no.
Tarver,
Tarver, yes.
Pepe,
Deppie, yes.
Williams,
Abstain.
Young,
Young, yes.
it passes.
Motion passes. Thank you. Welcome to the committees. And certainly everyone is welcome to contribute, whether they're on a committee or not, at any meeting. And to make this the best forest preserve we can as we go into the future with change. All righty. We are then going to go to executive session. Is that correct? No executive session? For review of that, we're just going to the, okay. No executive session. And then communications, Lori.
Hello, I passed out a letter from the Fox Valley Special Recreation Association. They're hosting a 2023 legislative forum. And so we are bundling in with them for this event. It's with local park districts and Fox Valley Special Rec, as I said. They've invited a number of state senators and state representatives, and it will be February 17th from 11 to 12:30 at the Prisco Community Center in Aurora. If you would like to attend, please email me so we don't have 24 commissioners emailing Alex and I can just send one list to everybody. I added my email address to the bottom of the letter. And for those of you who are attending the meeting online, I will email this out to the full commission right after this. So just send me an email and let me know if you would like to attend. If you don't plan on attending, no need to send me an email. And that's it.
Okay, thanks, Lori. Mr. Kenyon.
Should be a must attend to all of us that can. We get a lot of money from the state and that's what allows us to do our work. And these are the people that will give us the money. So it'd be nice that they know who we are instead of us just asking for money. So it'll be a good time and worth your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Definitely the voice of experience. Is
Thank
that
you.
it then? Okay, president's comments. Well, as I mentioned before, I welcome all of you to the new session that we have for the next 2 years on the committees and those officers and committee members that were appointed. Feel free to contribute anytime on anything. Your visions are welcome in the board meetings, in the committee meetings. And as a team, I think we can move our King County Forest Preserves forward in the future. Lots of big challenges, but a lot of excitement. Great. That's my comment for the day. All right. May I have a motion and a second to place the monthly reports on file? Moved by
Roth motions.
Roth, second by
Gums. Allen.
Comes. Okay, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Allen,
Allen, I.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Doherty,
Doherty, yes.
Davis,
Davis, yes.
Ford,
Ford, yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Iqbal,
Iqbal, yes.
Juby,
Chuby, I.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Yes.
Leonard,
Leonard, yes.
Lewis,
Yes.
Linder,
Linder, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Roth,
Roth, yes.
Sanchez,
Sanchez, yes.
Silva,
Silva, yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Sturgis,
Sturgis, yes.
Tarver,
Tarver, yes.
Tepe,
Tuppy, yes.
Williams,
Williams, yes.
Young,
Young, yes.
Grouped.
Motion passes. May I have a motion and second to adjourn?
Roth
And
moves
we'll
to
be-
adjourn.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Sorry,
Kenyon and Roth.
Kenyon and Roth. Kenyon and Roth.
Are you challenging?
Don't